guys, it's your favorite Mama Sita of Cargo Niger. Welcome back to another beautiful episode of the Real Gem Show. As you already know, the Real Gem Show is a podcast show brought to you and proudly sponsored by Cargo Niger for young entrepreneurs and beautiful people in the business world who comes on my show every week to tell you more about business, the ups and downs they've experienced, how they started, where they are going, their vision, what prompted them into coming into business, and how far they've come. And in line of doing this for young entrepreneurs, Cargo Niger has proudly sponsored the Real Gems show, and I know that for so many weeks now you have been watching the podcast, and I want to implore you that if you're interested in having a seat with your favorite Mama Sita of Cargo Niger on the Real Gem show, all you have to do is send an email to the realgemshow@gmail.com, and don't worry, we'll respond to you and have you on the show. And you know that when Cargo Niger brings anything to the table, it's always top notch. So don't worry, sit back and relax. I got you covered. Cargo Niger got you covered. The Real Gem Show has your back 100%. So whenever you are thinking about business or you are thinking about dabbling into any business and you don't know how to go about it, all you need to do is click the subscribe button of the Cargo Niger TV to watch how we brought amazing personality in the entrepreneurship world to teach you how to go by it, the things you need. You know, there's no cooking without ingredients. So Cargo Niger has the ingredients for you to have a fulfilling business life. So on another episode of the Real Gem podcast today, I have an amazing personality in the business world. And when I say amazing personality, has Mama Sita ever brought anything to your world without being amazing? No, it can never happen, and it will never happen. So today, I will have with me after the break an amazing man who has done a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean he's not new to the business world. He has been in it for years. So he will be on the seat to share with us his experience, how he started, where he is, and his vision for his business. And I'm sure that we'll definitely learn a thing or two. So sit back with me. After the break, my amazing guest will be on set. Trust me.
CargoNiger.com for you every day.
Good day, sir. How are you doing today?
Fine,
Please, can we get to know you, sir?
thank you. I'm Abiodun Ayodokun, a decorator entrepreneur, married and a graduate as well, and then a business oriented
Wow.
for many years,
Hmm.
and then let me say I give glory to God from the experience so far. We have so many people that have tapped from the knowledge, from the experience, and then to the glory of God today,
Yes.
they enjoy what they tap, the business idea,
They tapped from you.
tap from.
Thank you very much, sir. Before we go far into the introduction, I love the way you started. Look at the way my daddy started, though. He started from, "We give glory to God. My name is Mr. Abiodun Ayodokun." Wow.
Thank you.
Along the way, when you were giving me the introduction, you said something. You said you are a decorator and a business-oriented entrepreneur. Can you elaborate on that, sir? Decoration, what kind of decoration do you do, sir?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
My tertiary institution period,
Yes, sir.
I learn a work which is event planning, event decoration.
Event planning and event decoration. Okay,
So
sir.
how to plan event and
Okay.
then how to decorate an empty hall. How to make it a beautiful for a particular project or for a particular event.
Events. Yes,
So
sir.
that is what I learned right when I was in school. So then during the school
Gradually.
time also I have the privilege to contest for Faculty of Science president,
Wow.
and then I won the election, and then I used the opportunity to market, to introduce
Yourself.
myself to other departmental president and then their social director that whenever you have
An
any
event, you can always call on
beckon
me.
to me and then I will give you nice work and then you will also get it cheaper. So from that aspect,
Yes, sir.
I started having clients. The lecturer, people used to call me Abiodun.
Abiodun.
Yes. So a man can do this work. I said yes. So I pick it up from that school activities and then move to the NYC.
Wow.
Then during my NYC period,
Yes,
I
sir.
look at it as how can I don't want to leave this job for a period of 1 year. What can I do? Well, when we got to the camp,
Yes, sir.
I make some arrangement and then to the glory of God, I was redeployed back to Oyo State.
Wow.
In Ibadan where I want to serve. And to the glory of God, there is a particular school very close to my house then
Okay,
that a couple of teachers they called me to come and train them on how to do decoration. So
Wow.
I have trained them before my youth service. So when I was looking for where to serve,
Yes, sir.
and then I walk up to the school. So there's those teachers, they are so happy that their oga want to do his youth service here.
Yeah.
So they walk up to the principal.
Are they young teachers? Those ones
Well,
you taught?
they are both
Okay.
young teachers and then
adults.
an adult.
Okay, sir.
So I got the letter from the school. I submitted it to the NYSC.
And you
Eventually,
started.
they posted me to that school to continue my youth service.
Okay,
So far so good. I give glory to the Almighty God.
We are grateful. Along the line, when you were explaining to us how you started learning from tertiary institution to being the president of your faculty and all, let's say you started the business since your secondary school days or the university level days. How did you start event decoration business? What made you start event decoration business? Was it your passion? Was it that maybe someone was doing it and you liked it and you dabbled into it? Please, can you tell us what made you go into event decoration?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
When I was in HND1,
Okay.
precisely,
Yes, sir.
let me say God led me because no mortal person under this planet Earth asked me to go and learn the decoration.
Wow.
But when the vision came, I ignored it for the first time. The vision kept coming. I kept ignoring it.
Wow.
Because I said to myself that it's a woman's affairs job. So I don't have interest in that.
It.
So on a particular day,
Yes, sir.
since it is God, so God pushed me to make an inquiry. I went to B&B Tiles in Bodija.
Okay, sir.
Very close to Methodist secondary school.
Okay, sir.
So to make inquiry that I want to learn decoration. Then one tiny lady just attended to me.
To you.
Then he said, okay, blah blah like that. I'm going to pay 30,000. Then
Damn.
I said 30,000. So I left. And I said to myself that God, can you see now? It is women affairs.
It's not my business. It's not supposed to be in my line of job.
I don't have interest in again. But as time goes on, the vision kept coming. I said, okay. So on a fateful day,
Yes, sir.
in the church, we finished the church service.
Okay, sir.
God just make me to see the backdrop of our church.
Wow.
So when I look at it, I say there is nothing
Special in this now. Why are you showing me this?
Exactly. So God pushed me further to go and make inquiry about who did that decoration.
Wow.
And I step further to ask. So they now explain to me is one young man that was where God started arresting me.
So a man can actually do it.
What you said there is a woman affair, something like that. So I was given the phone number of the guy.
Yes,
so I called the person. Now said I should come and meet him at the Jesus Peculiar, that Redeemed Church
Okay.
at the back of Adowo Shopping Complex
Okay.
at
He
UI.
gave you the location.
He gave me the location. So I went there. I met the young man. The man was 200 level in the University of Ibadan then.
Wow. As
we are discussing about the training, the guy was making call too that Mrs. So, please don't forget we are having decoration job in
at
chapel on Saturday. We are also having another job in Onikolobo in Abeokuta. I was
you
looking
now wondering
at
like
a young
a
man,
boy, a man doing this is already
commanding people like that.
Wow.
And God begin to make me to see. Can you see?
This is your line.
Can you see now? You said it's a woman's
affairs. Look at how this person is taking jobs.
Then to the glory of God, I register and I'm following my boss up till for a particular period of year.
How many years did you learn from him?
When I spent like 3 to 4 years.
Wow.
With him.
Wow.
Because actually learning it's not much. You don't need to spend much time.
Okay, sir.
But the technical and then the practical aspect, you need to stay with your boss, so that because it is not everything they will teach you in the class. There's some practical aspect that when you get to the field, then
sir,
you will know the rudiment very well than the class teaching or the class training.
Okay,
so I have to stay with him, do so
follow
many
him
things
around,
together,
go to events together, get to know people.
Exactly.
Wow.
Then through that,
okay, sir,
I begin to develop my own outfits little by little to the level of I form my business name, which is Marvelous Decoration and Business Enterprise. I step further to register with Corporate Affairs Commission in 2009, and then to the glory of God, we have been making headway so far so good.
Sorry, sir, you said something just now. You said since 2009.
Yes.
So is Marvelous Decoration and Events has been registered since 2009.
Exactly.
Wow, that's a long way coming. It's not just a child's play.
Exactly.
When you started Is Marvelous decoration, sir, what led you to that name? One.
Okay.
Two is, who told you about registering the business? How did you come about, okay, let me register this business? Please tell us.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Well, I said something earlier that by His grace, then in the fact that I'm the Faculty of Science president when I was learning, I have the privilege to stay with my boss very well. And then when you are much available with your boss, you learn so many things aside the job you purposely came for. Exactly. So your boss will ask you, go and do this, you will go and do that, you go. So from that aspect, I begin to see, when you have little education, whatever that is around you, the way you reason is going to be little bit. I experience the grace of God. I enjoy the grace of God by staying with my boss.
Staying diligent with
him. Gives me opportunity. So when I wanted to form the name, I sat down because of staying with my boss. I get on because I said my boss also is a young man, and then staying closer to him make me to learn so many things that I don't even pay for. So when he was doing his own limited liability company, with CAC we have business registration, which is enterprise. We also have limited. So when he was doing his own limited liability company registration with CAC, I look at him, we are together.
You saw the process.
When he was forming the name, and then I used the experience to form my name too. So I formed two names I presented it to CAC.
Yes, sir.
So they approve one, they reject one. So they approve is marvelous decoration business enterprise.
Wow.
Then
And
I
since
think
2009,
Yes.
it has been in existence.
exactly.
You've been saying something that I really appreciate and I key into. You've been saying the grace of God. The grace of God, which is a very beautiful thing in anybody's life. Even in our personal life, when you have the grace of God, you have virtually everything. But we know that there is no business without its own ups and downs. Business you've been running for over a decade now, since 2009 till this time. What has been your experience? How has it been? Event decoration, you travel all around to cater for this, cater for that. People just tell you their ideas and you are the one that brings it to life. How has it been? What have you experienced in the line of business that you can tell younger entrepreneurs out there to be careful of?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Well, in the journey so far
Yes, sir.
is beautiful and is also
Sour.
there are a lot of challenges there. One of the challenges is the contract awarding. At times,
Yes, sir.
they will download some job from the internet and then send it to you that, okay,
This
we
is what I
want this
want.
type of
Exactly like
decoration.
this.
They will not consult where they downloaded the sample, that how much
Did
they
it take?
did that job for them. But when it's come to pricing, they be telling you, okay, our budget is kini kan thousand. If you
And
cannot
this is
do
what
it,
I want,
this is
oh.
what I want. So we always have issues, and then we always lost a lot
Lot
of
of
job through
clients.
that
Wow.
process, and then when there is no much to do, then you will feel somehow that is
Are you
this
sure this is my
journey
line?
is my line, or can I stay with this kind of job for a very long time? So there are some challenges, and then by the special grace of God,
Yes, sir.
then when you put yourself together, then that God had led you to, are you getting my point?
Will actually
Because
teach you.
everybody has his own talent and gift, a potential that God have deposited to you,
Yes, sir.
whether you go to school or you did not. So I look at it that, okay, if it is God that led you to a particular assignment or a particular business to run, then that God will not leave you. It will tell you time to time, okay, do this.
Even when
okay, do
challenges
that.
come.
Exactly.
Because challenges will definitely come.
Definitely. So the journey is sweet, and then the journey, depends on what led you to that
It depends on your
particular
zeal, what carries you during that
exactly.
process.
Exactly.
So you said something while we were doing the introduction. You said by the grace of God, some people have actually even your cup has run over and you've spilled to some people. That means I actually interpreted it as you've trained people out there. How many people have you trained between the space of 2009 till this time?
Thank you. That is a fantastic question.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I said by His grace, I am the president and the CEO of His Marvelous Decoration and Business Enterprise.
Yes, sir. You said so. You said so.
Yes, by His grace, I have, well, let me use we, and also let me use I. I have trained so many people in the journey, and I've trained so many people that they don't even think that they can be excelled through that training in decoration. And then the uttermost part of it is God also used, that's the reason why I'm using His grace. God also used that being a decorator to institute or to have an academy called the Marvel Entrepreneurial Academy.
Wow.
It's an academy where we train people in different skills: decoration, event planning, makeup, fashion designing, and so on like that. About
That's
14 courses.
that's a very large. You just hit a very large nail now. You said you've actually had an academy. You have an academy right now
Exactly.
that doesn't just teach event planning.
Exactly.
It has divers of training.
Yes.
It's like a school
Exactly.
where people go to learn crafts.
Yes.
Wow, that's huge.
And by His grace, we started that training, the academy, in February 10, 2010.
Wow.
And there is a program we run for the general public.
Okay,
We
sir.
call it free vocational training,
Free vocational
business
training.
upgrading and empowerment scheme. We run it just once in a year for free.
Since 2010.
Since
till now.
2010.
And
Once,
it's been consistently
exactly,
happening.
by this year, by His grace, we are going to have the 16th edition
Wow.
of this
That
program.
deserves a lot of round of applauses.
Thank
So
you.
it has been in existence since 2010,
Yes.
and it has never shut down for one reason or
Exactly.
the other.
Yes.
So consistently, you've been training people in free vocational study that happens once a year in your academy.
Yes.
Wow. What made you think about doing something like that?
Thank you. Well, God led me to learn the decoration work.
And you actually
And then
want to be a blessing.
Exactly. It's just a giving back to the society.
That's
And
where
then,
I'm going.
Yes, giving back to the society, and then making young generation to see that there is a gift, there is a potential inside of you, that if you can just pick it, develop it. In fact, when we first started the training,
Yes, sir.
all the courses, we mobilized all the students to do all the courses together. But there is a particular year in 2012,
Okay, sir.
God now ministered it to me that, see, everybody has his own
individual gifts.
So you may like fashion. Somebody else can like catering.
Yes, sir.
Somebody else can like makeup. Somebody else can like agriculture.
We have divers of gifts.
Make the training, do the class, do a division for the class. Do what we call formation of the classes. So that everybody will go to his class. And so far so good since 2012.
Yes, sir.
We have been seeing a wonderful result, testimony. Whenever we start the training, people will be joyful. Whenever we want to close the training, people will feel like crying.
They will feel fulfilled that they've come and they've been imparted.
And the lovely part of it is,
yes,
the
sir,
training is short. It's 5 weeks daily activities for
just 5
weeks. For 5 weeks.
That's a very beautiful innovation, and I commend you for it. I celebrate the grace of God in your life, because it only takes a person who listens. Because I didn't mean from the onset you said, this is not my talent. This is not something a man should do. And even when God keeps giving you the idea, keeps giving you the dream, keeps nudging you, and you say no, maybe the divers of people that you've actually trained out there today might not have come to life.
Exactly.
The Real Gem Show is actually a show that we brought to life so as to teach young entrepreneurs out there, people who are aspiring to go into the business world. So I wouldn't want to give them half-baked cake. I don't like, Mama Sita doesn't like to give half-baked gist. So you told us something, and I want us to be clear about it. You said you have an academy. That means you are a lecturer on your own.
Yes.
And as well, you have an event
planning and decoration outfit,
where you actually go for jobs and you do all that. We know that management of time is a big deal. How do you manage being a lecturer and at the same time being a CEO of a company?
Thank you. You know, many people, they don't understand the benefit of being an entrepreneur and being a business owner.
Wow. So that's two different things.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us.
So business owner is, okay, I must go to shop, I must open, I must be the one to be there, I must do this, I must do that. But being an entrepreneur,
yes, sir,
if you have the privilege and you go for the training,
Yes, sir.
and you are being trained to be a successful entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is just like a marital life. When you enter it, you go from lecture, you don't leave
Don't
it.
stop
You
learning.
stay there for life. The more knowledge you have will determine the more output you will get.
Your success.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
So being an entrepreneur, you have the opportunity, you will be loaded to know how to do thousands
A lot of things.
business, how to
Beautiful.
do it, how to operate it successfully. The one that will give you problem from your training, from your knowledge as an entrepreneurial personnel,
Yes, sir.
you will know that this business will give me problem, or I will not make anything from this business. Then you shut it down immediately.
Wow.
Are you getting my point
Yes,
now?
sir.
You
Yes,
look
sir.
at, we in this country now, we have some dignitary, we have some successful entrepreneur like Dangote, like Odeto or Femi
Otedola.
Otedola
Yes,
and
sir.
co. Those are the successful entrepreneur we have in this country.
Who manages diverse
Diverse
of
business.
businesses and
But
they succeed at
the benefit, you use your skill to develop your entrepreneur. You can't develop entrepreneur alone. You use a particular skill. If you are a fashion designer,
Yes,
you
sir.
can use your fashion designer skill to develop that entrepreneur. Then when you become a successful entrepreneur, you have enough knowledge
on how to manage
on how
those
to
things, how
manage
to
it.
juggle things together.
Exactly, because in the process of becoming a successful entrepreneur, you should have attend series of conferences, series of seminars,
Yes, sir.
series of
Lessons,
symposium.
teachings.
Buy
You would have been exposed to a lot of. Wow.
So buying books, as a program, there's a conference that I attend, I bought a small book. That book, you can't see it in the bookshop. I bought that book then 15,500. What do we have in that book? The story of the successful entrepreneur. Then when you open the book and you started reading the book, my sister, hey,
You'll be loaded.
So there is a particular book I bought in a particular conference too. How to start a multi-million project with zero kobo. How to do what? Start a multi-million project with zero kobo.
And that is because you went for the conference.
Yes, and I read the book,
Yes,
and
sir.
I practiced it, and it works.
Wow.
And the book is real. It's fantastic.
Wow.
It's fantastic.
So even as an entrepreneur, you just don't sit down there and
At
be
all.
like, Shebi, I'm the boss, I'm the CEO.
At all.
You need to learn.
Keep moving.
You keep learning
At all.
every
Yeah,
single
exactly,
day.
exactly.
Attend conferences,
Exactly.
attend seminars,
Exactly.
go to where they develop you. Have like minds.
Exactly.
In your corner.
Exactly.
And by doing that, you'll be able to manage
Yes, you are
your
loading
time.
your brain. You are loading your brain. You are getting more skill.
So that means you won't have a problem being the lecturer and being the CEO
At
and
all.
actually designate. Wait, I want to ask you something, sir, before I let you go. Do you designate responsibilities to people around you?
Yes. Yes.
Tell us.
Before I give you a particular assignment to do,
Yes, sir.
I make sure I draw you very well to me. So
I load you up.
I will load you.
I know that you are capable of enough to do this thing.
Exactly. At times I will leave you to do it. I will be watching you.
Let me see how you handle it.
So the way your performance, your output, your results will determine that
if I'm going to give you something
if I'm
bigger,
going to give
and
you,
if I'm going to trust you the next.
Exactly.
Yes.
Time will not permit us. I should have even share some of other business that are divert into as I'm talking to you.
Wow. With the little you've told us, I am eagerly encouraged, because I know that aside being the CEO, being a lecturer, without you telling us that you've dabbled into other businesses, even the ones you've told us, I see that you are excellent at what you do. And I hope and pray that you even grow bigger than this in every areas of your business world. Thank you so much for coming on the show, sir. I appreciate you. One thing that I like doing on the Real Gem show is appreciation, because aside the fact that you gave us your time, you came here to impart knowledge onto us, which I really appreciate. And I want to tell you that Cargo Nigeria is not just the regular cargo company. We open doors, we pave ways for entrepreneurs like you to actually teach people out there on how to become as successful as you are, even better. Because the encouragement of a leader is when they see the people coming behind them doing better than them. So if we want to get in touch with you, let's say we have people out there who wants to come to train the vocational studies you talked about, how can we reach you, Sha? Maybe your phone number, your Instagram handle, your Facebook handle. Please give it to us so people out there can contact you.
Thank you. Once again, I'm Mr. Abiodun Ayodokun. You can easily reach me on my phone number, then the WhatsApp too. Those are the very simple and the cheapest way where
to reach you.
Very simple on 080 38 44 97 90.
I can assure you that after this program, you have flocks of students coming into your academy. That one is a standby fact, because the Real Gem show hears to many people across the globe who are always ready to come through for our guests out there. So before you go, sir, please, we'll give you this little something from the Cargo Nigeria to say thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
So what do you have to say to Cargo Nigeria?
Well, I want to congratulate Cargo Nigeria for putting this opportunity, for putting this structure together for the glory of God and to the betterment benefit of mankind. So I pray that God will take Cargo Nigeria to higher level.
Amen. Thank you so much, sir. We hope that next time that we'll reach you, you would have the time to be on the show again, and we'll be able to say that indeed, after the Real Gem show episode, there was a lot that happened positively in your life and that of your business. Thank you for coming on the show. We'll see you again next time. Bye, sir. So there you have it. You know that I always tell you that anybody I bring on the Real Gem show are the perfect kind of personalities that would not just come on the show to say this and that, but will come and will impart knowledge onto us. Look at the personality that I have brought again today. He has said a lot to us. He has even ministered to us on the do's and don'ts of the business world and how we started, how long he's been in our business, what has kept him going, and the challenges he has experienced. And I hope and I know that you've picked a thing or two from that beautiful episode. You know that your favorite Mama Sita is always capable and always ready for you to bring you top-notch information. So don't forget to subscribe to Cargo Nigeria YouTube channel and press the subscribe button. After that, on your notification bell, so when another beautiful episode drops, you'll be the first person to draw from the knowledge well. Until I come your way again next time, I remain your favorite Mama Sita of Cargo Nigeria. See you in the next episode. Bye.
CargoNigeria.com for you every day.